Thank you for joining me today at 2cutebeads.com. We're going to do the Pretty in Pink flower kit. And to start off, you're going to need your nippers and your bent nose, or you can also use a pair of flat nose. And you have your 20 millimeter crystal bead that we're going to use for the vase. You have your Virtualite 4439 Swarovski frame, 10 millimeter Swarovski hearts, and 3 millimeter bicones, a large hole sterling silver round, and your E6000. You get 36 inches of wire in your kit. We're making 5 flowers, so you need to cut off 7-inch sections. So let's get started. I've already created my 4 flowers to save time on the video, but you're going to start by loading your 3 hearts. This one is Indian Pink. You're going to load 2 bicones on each side. So that it looks like this, I'm going to bring my wires together. And then I'm going to take another bicone and take both wires through that bicone and pull up tight. So I have a tulip shape. With my bent nose, I'm going to grab both my wires right here, and I'm going to start twisting. Moving my bent nose down as I go. So that it's nice and stiff. Now with each of these flowers, I want to stagger them at different sizes. So on each of these, I've added a different amount of bicones. So I'm using the Indian Pink in the back, so I want it to be a little bit longer. So I'm going to add anywhere from 7 to 9 bicones. That is totally your decision on how you want your flowers to lay out. You may want the 2 light rose in the back, the Indian Pink in the front, and you may want your rose to be your smaller flower. You make your flower arrangement the way you would like it to be. You've been given enough in your kit, you've been given enough bicone beads and extra bicone beads so that you have enough to make them all tall, all short, however you want to arrange them. Because that's actually what we are making, is a flower arrangement. So here now I have all of my flowers loaded. So now I'm going to pull 1 wire to the side and carefully cut 1 wire off. And the reason we cut the 1 wire off is we need to get everything through the hole in our vase. Actually, I'm going to take this down one more, or 2 more. I'm I'm going to cut it to where I quit twisting, and then put these two back on. So I'm going to do this to all 5 of them. I'm going to cut one of my wires off. Make sure that you don't get in a hurry and cut off both wires. Now I'm just going to gather up all my flowers. By the ends, kind of pinch them together. And the hardest part about this on the crystal bead is finding the hole to get all my wires in. And I'm going to take each one of these wires one at a time and pull it down as far as I can. I'm going to look at them and see if I have them where I want them. And they all seem to be about the same size. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it back out again. And I want these to be my longer ones in the back. I want this to be my shortest one, so I'm going to remove 3 beads. Actually, I'm going to remove 4 beads, because I'm going to want that right in the center, I think. And on this, I'm going to remove, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to remove and take this down to 6 on each one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then we do the same thing again. We gather them all. Find the hole again. all my wires through here, making sure you have all 5. Then I'm going to pull them one at a time. And I'm going to arrange it this way. My pink one in the front. And I'm pretty happy with that arrangement. I'm going to nip off some of these longer wires. Take my large hole bead, and I'm going to get all of my wires through my large hole bead. Push it up. Make sure I've got everything pulled through nice and tight. Smash it. Use my flat nose. Going to cut off my extra wires down here. Bend it over. Now I have my flower arrangement, and it's going to sit right on here. Now what I do is I take one of the plastic bags that your supplies would have come in. Your E6000. Pour a little bit of it out. Down to the last in my tube here. Take my flower. I'm going to rub my E6000 on the inside here. I'm going to set this down. I'm also going to put a little bit of E6000 right here at the hole where we have everything, all our wires in. Decide which way I want the bottom of my vase. Press it down nice and hard. Make sure I have everything straight. Make sure there's enough glue. Looks good. And I'm going to let it sit for 24 hours. I'm just going to I'll take it off of this plastic, and we're finished. And we have a pretty in pink flowers in a vase. Thank you for joining us today at 2cutebeads.com.